Hey guys, Mo again. This time I'm doing a measuring spoons and cups video. I know it's a little bit bizarre to do a video on this because you've probably seen a bunch of cooking shows and no one's ever showed you, but let me seriously explain what's important. First of all, people think they can just use any of these kind of spoons. These are spoons that are usually in your home drawer for eating with. These are not the same. These are a lot tinier than a measuring spoon, although a 1 tablespoon does look like it's smaller or not much bigger or the same size. They are different. First of all, none of these are even the same size if you look closely. Bigger or wider. Let me just choose a random one, okay? You think this is the same? Let me show you why it's not. So, I'm going to get one, wrong hand, tablespoon of water. As you can see me do this in front. I'm not pulling any tricks. Fill it up. Oop. 1, 2, 3. Equals to 3 tablespoons. Want to see it again? Kind of dropped it the first time, but yeah, look. 1, 2, 3. You may not think it matters, but you just saw me do it in front of you. Now what happens when something calls for 6 tablespoons of flour, and I'm using one of these? Oh no, I'm only really getting 2 tablespoons, technically. Maybe that's why that cake didn't work last month, because it decided to use one of these, and it didn't get the proper flour, so it didn't rise. That could be a reason. Could be. Now let's talk about these things for a second. See all these cups? You really think they're gonna equal this? Let's find out. 1 measuring cup. Got a nice tall thin glass over here. Let's fill it up. Could I have a cup of water? Well, it's not filled to the top like this is to the top, so you never would have known that one. And since this is the 1 cup amount, let's try to transfer it to this green one over here. See, now this one here is not filled, it's filled up a lot more. This one is almost about here, but this one is right near the top, as you can see. Not the same ratios. So another cup order. Not quite to the top yet. So you're never really sure how much of the cups you're supposed to fill. This, however, you know it's done when it's at the top. This one you're kind of more or less guessing, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because some people can tell by instinct. They've been cooking for years. The point I'm trying to make is, guys, again, this one is like about halfway full. You know, and let's go with this little one over here, which I don't think anybody would use, but 3/4. Point is, you wonder why some recipes don't work. Maybe it's because you're not following them correctly. That's one thing. You know, some recipes call for 7 ounces or 3 cups or just whatever. Okay, and the point is, these things are all uniform, you know? It shows how much is in it. This is 250 milliliters. 3 teaspoons make a tablespoon. You cannot go wrong using these because it's the recipe exactly. Although, sometimes the recipe might call for a certain amount of ounces, and what are you going to do? You're going to Google how many ounces in a cup, which is going to call for one of these. So remember, these are all just approximates. You're going to want one of these. This is a food scale. What's so good about it? Take a closer look. This one here isn't anything majorly special. This is just a nutrition one. No, I don't use it. Basically, you can put an apple on here, enter the code, it'll tell you all the fat and calories and whatever. I don't buy any of that stuff considering it's not really true. Every apple is different, you know, where could it come from? There's just too many things. It's like a steak. It can have more, it won't tell you, you know, how many sinews of fat in it, which is marbling, right? Is it A, AA, or AAA material? It depends. So basically a regular scale. So basically this is just a fancier one. I just bought it because it was on sale. You know, and you can put anything you want on it. Now this cup, for example, weighs exactly an ounce. A good scale, you can also switch around. So I have grams, 29 grams, I have pounds. Rather kilos, 0.29 kilos. And of course, a very important function is to tare it. So zeroing it out. Let's say I put 3 cups of water by weight. Okay, it weighs a certain amount. Now I zero it out. Now I need a pound of flour. Then you look at the extra pound of flour, then you just zero it out. Zeroing stuff out will ensure you've done the correct amounts. It just saves you some time. Also important when buying a scale, it's very thin. It's going to fit right in any drawer, as you can see. It is battery powered, they last a long time, so don't worry about it. Reality is you're not using your scale 5 hours a day, so it will be fine. It is important to measure certain ingredients, certain amounts. When you learn about cooking more, you'll learn how to adjust the recipe a lot more, but when you're a beginner, you won't. So, scale, okay. I got this for about 20 bucks. It was on sale. You can get cheaper ones if you want. You don't even need digital ones. In the reality, you don't have to have the zeroing out scale. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can do in your head 9 ounces of flour. Okay, zero it out. Okay, now I need 2 grams of this. It's not rocket science, but it is easier. It's worth the investment, in my opinion. Measuring cups, measuring spoons, to reach $1. Doesn't have to be expensive. You don't need a $20 pair. There's not really a difference. They just look nicer, and in some cases you could put them on the stove, but I don't see the deal. But That's my video. Thank you for watching.